If you're an investor in Lemonade, you'll want to hear this. It's pure speculation, but it is interesting speculation nonetheless. There was a huge purchase of Lemonade done today by someone. Someone important?
I'm kind of a big deal.
Now, we don't know who it was, but according to this report by Cobra Alerts and this report by Trade with Alerts, someone bought 500,000 shares of Lemonade for just under $11 million. Of course, the key question is, could this have been an insider such as Shai, such as Daniel? Was this an insider of Lemonade buying these shares? If we look at Daniel Schreiber's sales only of Lemonade, he has sold about $87 million worth of Lemonade. His biggest sale happening right here is final one, January 21st, 2021. 300,000 shares he sold at $159 a share on average, and so for about $48 million worth of stock. So of course, I think he has enough money. He sold 87 million there. I take this very much with a grain of salt, but this website estimates he might have an overall net worth of $104 million. But we know he probably has 80-some million dollars worth of capital from his Lemonade sales. And if you think about it, he sold 300,000 back then. He could potentially be buying 500,000 a lot more shares for less than a quarter of what he got from the sale of 300,000. So certainly it seems potential this could be Daniel buying these. Now, if we jump over to Shai, it's a similar story. In total, he has sold shares estimated at $63 million worth. And they have an overall estimated net worth. Again, I take this very much with a grain of salt, but 144 million. But again, he probably has this. We could really count and rely on. He would have this kind of capital and equity that he could be investing from, and including he had one of his biggest sales was 389,000 shares at $121 a share, and that was worth $47 million. So again, he could be selling, spending less than a quarter of this transaction and getting 500,000 shares back for what he sold. Of course, these sales for both Daniel and Shai happen through 10b5-1 plans, which are kind of automated sales plans they would set up, pre-set up ahead of time. And as the stock was rapidly rising back in 2020 and 2021, they were triggering these sales and sold out quite a bit of stock. I do have some videos where I've looked into their insider selling. I will link the most recent one above in the screen there, so feel free to check that out if you want. Of course, if it was Daniel or Shai who bought these shares, the big question is, when would we know this, whether it actually was them? Well, they have about 2 business days before that form would need to be filed. So if we count today is Friday and this happened today, actually Monday is a U.S. holiday for the stock market as well. So that's Monday, September 5th. So if we count 2 more business days from there, we should know probably Tuesday or at least by Wednesday, September 7th at the very latest, if this was an insider transaction by Lemonade. Now, not saying it is. Again, this is just speculation, but it certainly is possible. And if it wasn't Daniel or Shai or any other Lemonade insider, what does this mean? I would say it means nothing. It just means someone bought a very large transaction of Lemonade, and that's great. It means there's someone with conviction out there, but it doesn't mean that really anything extremely bullish for the stock. But if this was Daniel or Shai, what does this mean? It would be an extremely bullish move, extremely bullish. It would put to rest one of the main concerns that many investors, even bullish investors, have, and of course all the bears bring up, that insider selling has occurred, but there has been a lack of insider buying given the low stock price. So if this was Daniel or Shai who bought these $10 million worth of shares, it would give me a lot of even further conviction in this company to see that sort of bullish move. But if it's not them, not a big deal. What do you think, though? Was this an insider purchase? I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. And remember, it's in the bag.